Charles Oliveira, to bring a pillow to the octagon so that he could sleep easier, but the former lightweight king isn't taking it personally. "I don't care about any of that, and only God knows what will happen on fight night," Charles said. Dismissing the trash talk throughout his career, he has been counted out numerous times, and he added that Topuria is simply another name on the lengthy list of men who have undervalued him. This battle is huge. Ilia Topuria isn't just another self-assured candidate. He's a different type of beast. Oliveira has been completely ignored in the past, yet he has repeatedly shown people wrong. He is unlike anyone Charles has encountered recently in terms of speed, power, and pressure. The odds makers aren't playing around, despite Oliveira's exceptional expertise and submission skills. In this one, Topuria emerges as a clear favorite. Now let's get started with the interview. Quotation, dude, it makes no difference what they say. It doesn't matter to me, dude. Only God knows what will occur on June 28th, in my opinion. We will confront one another. I believe that he or anyone else who is going to battle me will find me problematic. I have amazing jiu-jitsu and weapons at my disposal. In my opinion, it makes no difference if Topuria or any other fighter says something. This soap opera is something you've seen a lot. Many of them spoke, and you know what ultimately transpired. It makes no difference because I raised my hand. Finished the quote. How do you feel about this matchup? Is Ilia just that man? Or is Charles being slept on once more? Post your forecasts in the comments section. Before their eagerly awaited fight, Jamal Hill has sent a clear warning to Khalil Roundtree, asserting that he simply isn't on his level. Hill has also shown respect for Roundtree's toughness, particularly after winning admirers all over the world with his courageous performance against Alex Pereira. Hill has made it clear that he believes he is the more complete and dangerous fighter. Sweetie Dreams is coming off a difficult TKO loss to Yuri Prochazka and is now focused on getting back in the win column and getting back into contention for the title. Hill's dream has always been to fight for the UFC gold again. But that dream seemed far off when Alex Pereira held the title because of Pereira's destruction of Hill. However, now that Magomed Ankalaev is in charge and preparing for a rematch with Alex, if Ankalaev wins, the door to another title shot opens much wider for Hill. But first he faces Khalil Roundtree, who is far from an easy matchup, with Jamal's quick hands and sharp boxing set to clash with Khalil's explosive Thai. Muay Thai. The UFC, as the UFC makes its first ever landing in Azerbaijan, the country is ready to provide pyrotechnics.
He can be explosive, we've seen that in past fights also, he swings with a lot of ferocity, so I'm thinking he's coming in to be as dangerous as possible. He's put in the work. He believes that he's right there on the cusp of being where he wants to be and where he's dreamed of, where he's put all this work in for all these years, but fortunately he's got to go through me.
Do you feel like he's the guy who's on the level you've proven yourself to be by being champion, beating former champions?
No, I don't that's not disrespect. I just don't see him as on my level. Even with the fights that he's put in, I believe his fight before Alex was, he fought Anthony. Anthony took that fight on 5 days notice. So short notice fight for Anthony. I believe the second round in Anthony, the way he came out after he kind of got woken up a little bit. He showed that a full camp might even made that fight look differently.
In a recent interview with Russian influencer Alan Beck, Badvej Khamzat Chimaev smashes the nose of a heavyweight fighter he faces in the gym. When questioned about a rumor that he had hurt heavyweight fighter Amir Alibari in a workout, Khamzat might have immediately confirmed the allegation and shared the specifics. The incident happened after Alibari called out his close friend Muhammad. Khamzat said, "It's possible that she didn't enjoy the challenge and made sure to challenge the heavyweight as soon as he entered the gym." Rather than arguing, Khamzat went straight to the mats and demanded that he and the heavyweight spar right now. All of this occurs while the Chechen is preparing for the most important test of his career, a highly anticipated bout against middleweight champion Driz du Plessis. What came next was a fierce 30-minute battle, no light training, just a merciless, never-ending battle. Khamzat, who is renowned for his violent sparring style, went all out and made the session into a nasty altercation. Coaches eventually had to intervene and separate them. Eliogari acknowledged that he truly respected Muhammad and that he had merely called him out for promotional purposes. Rumor has it that you shattered heavyweight fighter Amir Al's nose during a workout, and he never went back to sparring. Is that accurate? Could you provide the specifics of what transpired? Yes. That occurred when he called out Muhammad, a very good friend of mine, to promote a 1FC championship bout. I went up to this guy as soon as I saw him enter the gym and asked if we could spar. I take it personally if someone even verbally attacks my brother, so I approached him and said, "Let's go. You desired to battle Muhammad. Let's see. Spar with me first." After donning our gloves, we began sparring. It continued for around half an hour. The war was total. They had to separate us after we fought like it was a street fight. When I brought up Muhammad to him after our spar, he told me he respected him and was only using the opportunity to disparage him for publicity. As you are aware, I always give it my best while sparring. It's simply who I am, especially when I'm up against someone who has disparaged my friend Paul Felder. After his convincing victory over Buckley, Kamaru received a lot of accolades from the public, demonstrating why he was once regarded as one of the sport's top pound-for-pound fighters. Felder praised Usman's exceptional wrestling poise and excellent combat IQ, describing it as a well-executed strategy that made it clear how good he was. This was a huge comeback after 3 straight defeats. Not only did they defeat any opponent, but they also defeated Buckley, a fierce competitor. It would be quite difficult to deny Usman a chance to win the title, given that, and his track record as a past champion. Additionally, Felder underlined that timing is crucial and that Kamaru currently has the strength and authority to immediately re-enter the title discussion. The Nigerian Nightmare may be the greatest challenge to either Islam Makhachev or Jack Della Madonna's career, depending on who wins the welterweight title next. For either man, his size, background, and wrestling basis might be major issues. What are your thoughts? What do you think Usman's chances are against Islam or JDM? And should he be given another chance? Please share your opinions in the comments section below.
Even if Buckley had really good ability to scramble and get back up, I just think he was doing so many of the right things. He was taking his base out. His pressure was heavy on top, but he wasn't just holding him. He wasn't just keeping him down there and laying on him. My God, he was elbowing like crazy. He cut him early already in the first round. He was ground and pounding. He was adjusting his hips and sucking those hips back out. Every time Buckley even got close to getting a base, he'd readjust. He'd shoulder pressure him, pull those hips back out, pull him away from the fence or angle him away from the fence. His fight IQ was on display, in my opinion, on Saturday. And man, the emotions that were pouring out of him too, to get a win again and to do it against a guy that people had started to count him out against. You know, I think a lot of the general public had been picking Buckley just based on how he's looked, and to go get that dub, he's back in the mix. Welterweight division again. If Buckley won, he's in the mix and moving forward. But now with a former champ as dominant as Usman was, back in the mix.